Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack. Let's jump into a new game, since we lost our very, very promising Valkyrie run the last time, and then her successor was far from being that. The success part of that term did not apply. Let's go for a Huntress, haven't tried one of those for a while. Strength is pretty poor. Dexterity is very good. I'm going to drop some wisdom and some intelligence and some charisma in order to pick up a bit more strength and a bit more constitution. Okay, let's go. Suze the Protector. Okay. So, first up, we've got a gem. And a club. Not really interested. Okay, scroll is more up my street, but blank scroll, not so much. I know the idea behind a blank scroll is that you can transcribe spells onto it, but I don't see myself doing that. So, in fact, let's just get rid of this clutter while we think of it. Okay, let's hope for the best with bashing him with our bow. Sometimes that goes really badly. Managed to get away with it this time. Going to leave the iron skull cap. And I suppose just trot back to the stairs and descend. Okay. Shoes are not particularly exciting, contrary to what some people may claim. But they could be good, of course. They could be shoes of levitation or something equally practical like that. But basically, up until we managed to pick up an identify scroll and, ironically enough, identify it as an identify scroll, I don't really want to risk just shoving randomly selected shoes onto my feet. Got an apple. That's always worthwhile. I'm sure you know by now that I get quite a lot of use out of apples, considering how frequently I poison myself. Let's boot this thing open. What have we got inside? Some gems, a scroll, spear, and a dagger. Okay, and pick some stuff up off the floor. Primarily the carrot, but also the arrow. Okay. And we'll take the opportunity of him having his back turned. Of course, the opportunity came to nothing. I'm going to leave the kobold innards. We do have an apple that could alleviate the poison effect of the kobold innards, but it's our only apple. I don't really want to waste it when we're not even actually hungry. Ooh, sheaf of arrows. Very nice. Do arrows come in a sheaf? Is that the correct term? Anyway, we also picked up a horned bow, which is definitely better than our current bow. Of course, it could be cursed, but I'm going to live dangerously on this one. The horned bow feels great. I assume that means it's not cursed. Blessed horn bow. Ugh, I do apologise if I keep yawning while I'm commentating. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Go down. Oh no! Kobold has sneaked out of the door. I hoped I'd be able to run past, but that didn't work out. Okay, let's try chucking a fluorescent potion over there. Okay, it's not clear what it was. Let's try the other one. Potion of blindness. Okay, that's something. Die, kobold, die! And my dog, of course, is acting as cannon fodder. I feel a little bad about that, but better than if it was me. Since we're in combat, it's tempting to go either first aid or weapon precision, but I'm going to go Dweomery anyway, because, as I'm sure you're aware, I do like to have at least one level of that for identification of items. Alright, what have we got over here? We've got goblin innards, potion, and arrows. We should be able to eat goblin innards without poisoning ourselves. And I do want to search here more goblin innards, and I don't want all of these daggers and things. And let's eat the other goblin innards. Okay. Ugh. Oh, I think I accidentally ate kobold innards? No? But I do have another bit of goblin innards, which will probably go mouldy before I have a chance to use them. Do I want to try this again? Do I feel reckless? Yes, yes I do. Okay, another level. So this time, let's go first aid. Run away, run away. Alright. And bow it. Yeah! Come on. Just go down. Alright. Well, that was close. I'm not convinced that I really want to go back and try the third one. But I do want to pick up these arrows. There are more arrows in front of the door. You know what? Let's just cut our losses. I really don't want to find that I have to tackle another wave or two of kobolds and just end up dying this early on in the game. Okay, there's a firestone over there, so we definitely want to be careful around that. I'm going to get a level of weapon precision to make ourselves a little more deadly. Of course, the firestone will, expand, and we will then not be able to enter that region. Not entirely sure how to get around that. I don't think we've found another way down to that floor. No. I wonder. Maybe if I throw something a little heftier. I mean, I've tried throwing just bog standard objects into the Firestone kind of orbit before, but I don't think I've tried throwing something this substantial. And the thing is, when I've thrown little objects like gems and things, it hasn't triggered the explosion. That's why I'm thinking maybe a big object will. Oh, I can't throw it anyway. I was only able to drop it. Okay, I've shot an arrow into these things before as well, and it never sets them off. This is going to be such an issue. Alright, I suppose I'll face the door then. Maybe the Firestone will subside while I'm battling these guys. I don't know if that's a thing that happens, but it has to be worth a go. Okay, we can upgrade our bow skill for whatever that's worth at this point. Die, thank you. Okay, well, I, of course, will take the arrows, and I'll take these arrows as well. Yeah, and I will, in fact, investigate the door in a second. I just want to make sure I collect all my arrows first. Okay. Alright, investigate, yes. Okay, what did I get out of there? Some bows I don't need, and 32 arrows. So basically, I went through all that just to get some more arrows. I mean, the arrows are good. They're valuable to me. Don't get me wrong, but it's not quite what I was hoping for. Oh, hell, how are we going to do this? I really don't know what the best way is to get past these things. Let's try scroll. Scroll of Identify. Okay. I'm going to try identifying some boots, just in case their levitation might allow me to skim past this thing. No, just bog standard boots. Alright, what about the mittens? Blessed gauntlets of dexterity. Well, that's good. That's something. So let's put the gauntlets of dexterity on. Hopefully they'll make us more dexterous. Yes. Oh, I didn't mean to close the door there. But fine. I was just saying yes because the dog has gone in there. Yeah! You have a sad feeling, accompanied by going, yeah! I mean, yes, I'm a little sorry to see the dog go, but it was either the dog or me, and I can't really complain that the dog threw itself into danger to preserve me. And now I'm going to eat the meat of my own pet. That's pretty grim. Your stomach feels about to explode. Okay. I didn't realise I was already that full. I'd better not eat anything else. I'm going to drop the goblin innards to try and avoid that temptation. They'll also probably have gone mouldy by the time our huntress here becomes hungry again. Right, is that a sleeping bat? Maybe I should call this episode Sleeping Batty. Oh, no, actually. I was thinking pun on Sleeping Beauty, but that actually just sounds completely wrong. Well, I took a gamble on drinking the water, but it didn't work out. I mean, it could be worse. It could be hallucinate. At least this just incapacitates us for a few seconds. I mean, in some circumstances, hallucinate would be better, but I just find it really annoying. So in that situation, I was happy to get hallucinate, paralysis instead of hallucinate. Alright, so we'll finish off that guy. Might try the horned helmet in a minute. Again, it would be nice to identify it. But we do have Dweomery, so with a bit of luck, just carrying things will enable us to identify them over time. Let's finish off this blob. I like the way the arrows were just bouncing off it there. even when they were inflicting damage. Pretty sure that's not how arrows hit things. But of course this isn't going for maximum realism, and I'm not really criticising it for that. Don't care about the message on the wall. It seldom says anything particularly useful. Oh, a wand teleport. At least it was only up one floor. I mean, that's basically no great hardship. But we will have to jump over. That's what I was going ooh at. There's a wand. Our first wand in this run. Some money, not a big deal. What's that? Ruby potion, fine. Do I have anything to dip in here? Not really. So, let's just drink it. Blindness. I'll eat a carrot to restore our sight. Bit of a waste of a carrot, but blindness can last a surprisingly long time, so it seemed worth sacrificing the carrot in order to clear that up. And that is basically what the carrot's for. I say it's a waste, but it's not. It's not really a waste. I felt like it was waste primarily because the blindness was self-inflicted by recklessly drinking from a fountain. Okay, another level up. Doing pretty well on the levels here. What does that do? You detect the duioma of an item every minute or so. Currently it's every 2 minutes, which would explain why I feel like we're not identifying anything. Okay. So, basically get the arrows and the potion. We do look completely ridiculous wearing these white mittens. I mean, they're good. Again, they're gauntlets of dexterity, but they look ludicrous. Alright. So, retrieve our arrows, of course, like any good archer. I did do archery for a little bit, and yes, you have to walk over and fetch your arrows. Okay, let's pop that down. Eventually, yeah. And we picked up an item of jewellery there, some kind of pendant or something. They tend to be good. I'll tell you what doesn't tend to be good, though. Mobs of kobold zombies. Alright, let's close this. I said close... Alright, can't close the door, evidently. And, of course, it's a dead end. Alright, let's try some potions. One of these has to be a healing potion, surely. Let's try the ruby potion. You feel strange. Potion of confusion. Not what I was aiming for. Sky blue. Concentration. Not bad, but not what I was after. Okay, there was a potion of healing. Alright, let's take advantage of our distance to pop some... I was going to say pop some arrows in, but clearly confusion affects our aim. So that's something I've learnt today. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh god, we're almost finished already. Jump over it. Run away. Oh, crap! There's one of these things as well. Hill Orc. Oh god, is one of these going to be a teleport scroll? Please. Please, try this. Nothing. Okay, we can maybe survive one more. Oh, bugger me. Alright. Let's see what we were carrying. Helm of Telepathy. That was just the bog standard helm. We didn't really have any use for the shield anyway, being an archer. Ring of Hunger. Seem to be finding a lot of Rings of Hunger recently. The extra healing potion, of course, would have been good, but we didn't have a teleport scroll. Oh, we did have a teleport wand. I forgot we'd even picked up a wand. That could have saved us if I'd just thought to try it instead of reading scrolls. Oh well. Let's have another go. Alright, what have we got? Some things I don't really use very often. What does the sorceress do? I really can't remember. Let's give her a try. Alright. So, what are we carrying? 2 scrolls of Create Monster, Spellbook of Absorb Curse, Staff and a Dagger. I think I'm going to wield the dagger instead. You can't unwield your staff, it's cursed. The game started me off with a cursed weapon already equipped. What a bastard. Right, let's try this scroll. Teleportation. Don't really care. Just teleport back to this spot. I was a little concerned that it might be Identify, because we had nothing to identify there, but it was okay in the end. Judging by the hissing, the shoes and the leather armour we picked up are both cursed, which is not exactly what I was looking for. But never mind. Do we have any spells already? No. So, better read the Spellbook of Absorb Curse. I mean, it's not really a particularly useful spell. I mean, I've only used it once before. Obviously, it's not a combat sort of spell, and what it did, the one time I've used it in the past, was it damaged me. It absorbed a curse from an item, and caused me... I don't remember whether it was just damage or whether it poisoned me or something, but it definitely had a bad effect. So I don't particularly want to try using it. What's that? A cape. Okay. Tempted to try out that cape, but again, I'd really like to be able to actually identify it first. I suppose I could cast Absorb Curse on my cursed staff and just see what happens. Let's try it. Okay, you absorb the curse of your +1 staff, you feel deathly sick, and we lost almost all of our health. So, in fact, both of the things that I feared might happen. And it seems like the sickness effect is lasting quite a long time. There's a rat running towards us, so we can't even sleep for long. Okay, kill it, kill it. Alright, I'm surprised we pulled that off, actually. We done? Yeah, alright. So, our staff at least should be uncursed now. But that's pretty nasty, I have to say. Oh, and the dagger's cursed as well. Fantastic. I mean, I know there's perhaps not that much logic to uncursing the staff and then wielding something else, but I just felt like if we're not going to be really spell heavy and we have the option of using a dagger, why not? We don't use daggers that often. I'm going to eat a pear to try and settle our hunger. Didn't really help very much. Maybe some kobold meat? I mean, that will poison us, of course. Okay, well, I've got another pear, so I'll eat that first. Okay, that settled our hunger at least, but it won't last long. Alright, we've got some scrolls, some potions. 3 magenta potions. I would guess probably some sort of healing. Let's try it. Full healing! Holy crap. That is kind of a waste, but at least we've still got 2 left. Oh my god. Wow, the sorceress is absolute crap. What were we carrying? Wow, that studded leather armour was actually good, despite being cursed. Ring of Invisibility, Amulet of ESP. We had quite a lot of good gear, actually. But I've... Oh, Clemenka the Betwixt. That's an odd epithet. Anyway, I feel like I'm not really very fond of the sorceress. I don't think she has much going for her. Let's go with the knight, shall we? So let's fiddle with our stats a little bit again. Take some out of the things we're not going to use. Put some into strength, into dexterity, more into constitution? No? Alright, I guess we'll have to put some back into intelligence and wisdom and things then. Alright, Barnus the Wanderer. Let's go. Barnass the Wanderer. Okay. So we've got a couple of scrolls straight off the bat. 3 scrolls straight off the bat. Who bats a scroll? That wouldn't even work. It'd just fall to the ground. Right, let's eat this rat meat to get an early start battling the hunger. I'm going to ignore the spellbook because I feel like Barnass really isn't much of a caster. Okay, I'll grab the scroll before we move on. I'm planning, if possible, to try dual wielding, because that's worked out pretty well in the past. I mean, we didn't necessarily have great runs, but I felt like dual wielding itself worked fairly well. I do want the Centurion helmet. I would like, if possible, to identify it. What's this? Brown robe. Probably not going to get any use out of the robe. How many things do I have that I need to identify? Ignoring the robe. The crested helm. And some potions, basically. It's probably not worth experimenting with the scrolls yet to see if any of them are identify. Okay, we've got a couple of scrolls in there. Ignore the spellbook. Take all the other stuff. What do we have on the scroll front? Okay, so we have 2 readme scrolls. So that's probably one of the more common types. Maybe magic mapping, maybe, if we're lucky, identify. Yeah! Okay. I do want to identify the helmet. I was sort of on the fence as to whether it was worth identifying them when we don't have that many. But it's fine. Uncursed helmet, so that's good. We'll get to use that. And I guess I'll identify the wand. Cursed Wand of Teleportation. Well, that's good, or good to know anyway, because I would have used the wand at some point and then had it welded to my hand. Obviously, we're going to wear the helmet. Okay. I have to remember not to use that wand, though. It will be very, very easy to use it absent-mindedly. But it's going to be important that we do not do so. Okay, more scrolls. Loads of scrolls in this run so far. Okay, let's drink. And we're blind. But we have a carrot, so it's all fine. Okay. Another wand. If we can pick up another item or two that we could get some use out of, then it might actually be worth using another one of our Identify scrolls. Ideally, I'd like to try... yeah, we don't have any. To try a pendant or something like that. One of those items that frequently has useful magical effects. Okay. Level up at last. Okay, what shall we go with? Well, we don't have a shield, so that would be silly. We don't have a second weapon, so that would be silly. I reckon weapon precision to improve our critical hits. It was basically either that or first aid to improve our health regen. And I'm not necessarily convinced that I made the correct choice, or the best choice, but I think it's a fine choice. Okay, I'm going to eat the innards, and I'm going to hang on to this loaf of bread. I think that will be useful. I think bread is fairly well preserved. It lasts quite a long time. I'll take the horn bow and the arrows for taking out acidic blobs and the like at range. I'll ignore the spellbook. I don't need books! I'm a fighter! I bash things with lumps of sharp metal! Alright. Your stomach feels normal again. Wow, those goblin innards didn't last very long. Okay, sounds like the most neglectful parents in the world. Fountain water heals you. So, it might be worth taking some more healing water at the expense of one or more of these potions. Because the black potions are just going to be ink or things along those lines. They're definitely not going to be as valuable to me as healing potions, so let's use those. The black potion is replaced by liquid from the fountain. Can we do that again with another one? Yeah, the other black potion. Okay. And it looks like the fountain's run dry now, but we should have several healing potions. I think it's the orange ones there. If I understand how this works correctly. Alright, let's go with first aid, since we didn't take that before, and it was the other one I was tempted by. Was there fruit there? There was fruit. Just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Alright, let's take the dagger for dual-wielding purposes. As always, there's a risk of it being cursed, but let's live on the edge. Is it cursed? Is it cursed? No. It's uncursed. Good. Of course, we have a lamp here. Do I want to dip something? You know what, I might go back and pick up that axe to dip in the fountain, rather than drinking all this stuff. Yeah, okay, let's take the axe. Run over here. And try dipping it in the fountain. I was about to say, knowing my luck, it'll be a water nymph. What? Oh, I wish she wouldn't steal weapons right out of my hands. That's really annoying. Okay, I'm going to equip a bow just so I have something to hit her with. Evidently it didn't work. She's stealing the clothes right off me. Drink a healing potion. We need to beat her down. Wow, that was surprisingly rough. Alright, well let's take a level of dual wielding since we're about to start doing that. Is that a portal of some sort? Yeah, a blue gem pulses and generates a strange oval shape. Okay, so we'd need to throw down an orange portal gem to act as the other side of that conduit. Okay, I will pick up and eat her innards as a punishment for her behaviour. Actually, I didn't take that short sword. I think that would probably be a good substitute for that dagger. So, oh, I already had the short sword. That was my basic weapon. Okay, so helmet, boots, ring mail, and short sword. And then, to make sure it goes in my secondary hand, the crude dagger. Okay. Yeah, when I was dipping in the fountain, I very nearly said, I hope it's not a water nymph who's going to grab my stuff and run off. And then it was. It was. Okay. Scrolls. Might be worth trying out some of these since we have so many. But I don't know. Alright. I'm not going to bother with the leather armour because I think our current chainmail or ringmail or whatever the hell it is probably better. Ringmail. Okay. Oh no, no. I've developed a phobia of unnecessarily large rats since that incident with the 3 in the last episode. No, I didn't want to pick up another short sword. Piss off. Oh well, I can't be asked to go in and drop it now. Oh no. Spiders. I hate these bastards. Okay, pick those up. What are you? Yellow mould. I guess I'll bow it from a distance, but the dog seems to be intent on doing something. Okay, we have kobold zombies. They finished us off the last time. So, I'm going to try out an ebony wand. You don't have a free left hand. Fuck you. Obviously, I want to put the wand in my left hand, otherwise I wouldn't be telling you to equip it, would I? Okay, what was that? Turned the zombie into a floating eye. That's not brilliant. Okay, another level up, so that's something. Let's get more dual wield, actually. I was going to go for weapon precision, but actually, dual wield is pretty good. Although, actually, at the moment, we're not dual wielding anyway. So, let's try a fat wand instead. What was that? An uncursed wand of magic missile. Where did it hit me? Oh, balls! Oh well, that'll do for today, I think. Let's see if we were carrying anything particularly exciting. We did have some orange portal stones, but probably wouldn't have got any use out of them anyway. I can't believe I didn't use those potions of healing. I think that I just wasn't expecting all the damage I took at the end there. I really should have used some of those. Anyway, I kind of brought that on myself by being a little bit lazy with my inventory. But never mind. Thanks for watching, as always. Come back the next time, and we'll see if I manage to be a little bit more conscientious and thus more productive as we press on into WazHack even. So thanks for watching, as always. Bye for now.